Hey guys, it's time for the weekly sip. Only Dev this time, no Naomi. How's it going, everyone? Let me get my coffee ready. Yeah, I know it's 1:30 in the afternoon where I live. I woke up late. Mmm. Mmm. I don't know if I like this coffee. This coffee is like a medium roast. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of medium roasts, Black. How's everyone doing today? What's up? Only Dev unsubbed. Yeah, exactly, Dagoth. Dark roast or death. You should tell food shops she stinks. Yeah, it's obvious she does, isn't it? Thanks for the $2, dude. Um, yeah, man. Like I ordered some Kicking Horse dark roast coffee, and I got medium roast instead. And Amazon was like, "Sorry, can't refund you." It's like, "Fuck you, dude." Hey there, Vitek. Thanks for the 20. Naomi's in the woods with the bear. That'll probably be tomorrow's video. The women preferring bears over men thing. As someone who lives in a very bear heavy area, I can tell you that's retarded. Hey, Ticonderoga. Hey, Lord Savage Wolf. What's up over in Twitch chat? Sure, buddy. I never owned a demonetized channel. That was a channel run by someone else, and I guess they got nuked. R.I.P. Hey, Janos. What's up? What's going on, chat? How's it going? Why do some people have stars behind their name? They have memberships. They have purchased memberships on the channel, and I appreciate the support, guys. So what's going on today? How about that Kendrick Lamar diss track on Drake? I know nothing about rapper music, dude. I don't know. I can't chime in on that one, man. Mm. So, I was on the Archcast yesterday with Arch and Razorfist, and it was a good time. It was actually really fun. Dev, I can't believe you didn't tell Razor about your opinions on the East Men memo. We didn't have time that day, dude. Oh my god, Hylian Juggalo had a seizure. That sucks, dude. I hope you feel better. That you can't really feel better from a seizure, but you know what I mean. I hope you get well. Still though, it was good to finally talk to Razorfist. Dev, you coward, you ran away before Razorfist destroyed you in a debate. It was a fun time. He was a nice guy. And here's the thing. What was funny is like there were so many super chats trying to get Razorfist and I to debate, and that wasn't the purpose of the stream. We were there to talk about a different topic. And I even mentioned that beforehand, like before we went live, I talked to him about this, and he's like, "No, I understand, it's fine. Like people are going to be retards in the super chat." Hey, Mix, and like, like he gets it, right? And we had very polite disagreements, but he was a nice guy, and it was good to talk to him. It was good to just chill, right? Um, there was one moment where like Razorfist even commented that the chat was like going fucking insane, and he's like, "Okay, you guys want Dev and I to debate on this specific thing, but I don't even think I believe in the position you're putting forward." You know what I mean? It's like, Jesus, you guys got to calm down. But no, he's a nice guy. It was good to talk to him. $10 from Rusta. Thank you, dude. Laserpig in his latest video said he's going to talk about the Russians being involved in causing Brexit in a soon-to-come video. Your thoughts on this groundbreaking stance? I don't really care that much. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like Russians putting out ads trying to push people in one way or another. If you think that the Russians aren't making moves to try and weaken their allies using agitprop, you're retarded. Of course they are. Yeah, dude. I was looking at Arch's comment section, and like About 1/3 of it is just unrelated stuff, so that's fine. 1/3 of it is people raging at my existence, and then 1/3 of it is people saying, "Why are you guys so angry at Dev? Like this is like some unhinged fucking crazy behavior." Like Razorfist didn't even like even though they might have disagreements, Razorfist didn't even like jump down Dev's throat the way that you guys are. Like, you guys got to calm the fuck down, right? It's just it's nuts, dude. How would Brexit weaken Britain? I mean, it already kind of has. That was the whole point. Is like, if you talk to Sargon back in the day, he said something like it's fine if Britain has a weaker economy post Brexit. We want our sovereignty back, and we'll pay that material price, because this is not a material conversation we're having. It's like, okay, yeah, fair enough. You know, sovereignty might be worth some money for you, so okay, that's good. But this idea that it hasn't done, there's been like no negative effect, is just ridiculous. But also, it's not just Britain that is Russia's enemy; it's the EU, right? And the EU was certainly weakened by the UK leaving, and a weaker EU is in Russia's benefit. $2 from Rusta. Razor's really chilled out lately. Has he? That's cool. Peter Zeihan is much of a doomer. I respect him, but I don't agree with him. I watched some streams between you, Sargon, Archer, and V, and your disagreements all seem friendly, and a bunch of your friends fucking around. A lot of the hate seems unhinged. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I was going to ask Naomi if she would rather be alone in the woods with a man or a male feminist. That's funny. See, real quick here. Wait, a Twitter account they was caught saying Texian, and they used Oblast instead of state. Oh god, that's funny. Yeah, man, I'm just gonna go. I want to see real quick. Oh shit, the chat's not on screen. Sorry, guys. My bad. I'll bring it up right now. There it is. Sorry, guys. I didn't have it on there. So yeah, real quick here. Can I find it? So, for example, there's people here. I'll bring it up. Okay, here we are. Here we go. Go to the chat. Yeah. So there's people who say that, like, if you look at some of Arch's comments, right? There's people who say that, like, who would have been a better host than Dev? Kibbs, who's a fan of BattleTech. You know, true, actually, true. Kibbs was doing his own thing at the time, but Kibbs would have been a better co-host than me, because I don't know BattleTech and I only barely know Warhammer. So this is not like a hateful criticism. This is actually true. So, you know, fair enough. But like this guy, I audibly groan every time Dev opens his mouth to play down leftist cultural vandalism. When the fuck do I do this? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this is, when do I ever say this? And like, check this out. I can tolerate Dev for this episode because the anathema from his Razorfist is here. I still say kick Dev or convert him finally. Like, this is just as bad as a leftist, right? This is just as bad as a fucking leftist. Yeah, Dransart in the chat said, Arch's chat hates Dev because he stubbornly refuses to become a conservative. Oh no, they want me more right-wing than conservatives, for sure. But like, this is a leftist perspective, where it's like, we can only tolerate you if we convert you. You are only good to be converted. And if you do not convert, then you're an enemy, and we cannot coexist with you. This is a leftist perspective. Did I do a trans rights rant in the middle of the show? I don't think I did. Yeah. And here, SFO needs to figure out what time it is and stop deluding his audience into thinking going back to 90s liberalism is possible. So here's the thing. The left and the right have the same thing to say to the centrist, right? It is, the enemy will kill us, therefore you need to join us. And if you don't, then you are the enemy and we will kill you. All right? This insistence that it must be, like, you must join us or else you're part of them. You know, it's like, well, no, actually, I don't like either of you, so fuck you. Mm. Like I've seen comments like this so much. The anti-lib comments. All right, pick a side. Some of these comments are insane when it comes to Devin. I disagree with Devil on a lot. Hey, Neon Reagan, I don't think I've seen you recently, man. How's it going? But yeah, like, okay, this guy just didn't finish his comment. There's no like show more here. It just okay, fine. As always, Dev has the wrong understanding, but insists on being told he's right. There's an important distinction between everything being political and the cultural Marxists trying to make everything political. Dev has accepted the premise and therefore given them the win by moving the argument to their terms. Like, it's so stupid. Like, no. You don't understand, right? This is a person who does not understand what's being said. Like, the fact that both Arch and Razorfist agreed with me while the chat was losing their fucking mind shows that people don't understand, all right? So, guys, listen, I want you to understand here real quick. Okay? I want you guys to understand something. Okay? Actually, I'll read super chats before I tell you the understanding. $5 from Lady Columbia. Thank you. The left seems to like to place all right-wing policies or cultural movements as a proxy under the overwhelming influence of Russia and not organic movements. Yeah, but you know what? I've seen the right do similar things, though. It's all the deep state. It's the same bullshit. Razor's a libertarian, I think. Stigma of the Rose. We don't need to start the conspiracy that Dev only has his leftist takes because the commie Canadian government would silence him if he told the truth. That's not real, though. No conspiracies allowed. No conspiracies allowed. Okay, listen real quick, all right? Hold on, Arch is DMing me. Okay, so, listen, I want you guys to understand something real quick. Listen. When Anita Sarkeesian said everything is political, she was unfortunately correct. And no one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear that Anita Sarkeesian, of all people, got something correct. All right? Resta, $2. Razor will redacted you calling him libertarian. Oh, really? Does he not view himself as one? I always thought he was one. Okay, well, sorry, Razor. Zodiac, $5. How about the real conspiracy is the friends you made along the way? Okay, so listen. Everything is, in fact, political. Okay? Sorry. The issue ultimately is, let's say you have, what's a good example of something that's like recently, here, like a good example of something that's recently been made political. Warhammer 40k. You know, I didn't want to use Warhammer 40k because I don't know much about it, but I'll do it anyway. Fuck it. Okay, so Warhammer 40k, right? Warhammer 40k was originally just entertainment, and you had fans enjoying it, and then people were doing whatever. And then you had Anita Sarkeesian come in and say everything's political, and the fans said, "No, it's not. That's ridiculous. It's not political. You're being stupid, right?" However, the issue is that when Anita Sarkeesian says everything is political, she has a telos in mind, right? She wants to move in and use the claim that it's political to change it in order to push a certain politics. You understand? So when you say it's actually not political, you're basically just ceding the ground to them. That is how the gates get opened up to allow them in. And when you say, it's actually just a neutral space, and it's actually not political. What that means is if it's not political, if art has no political impact, then you can change art however you like, and it won't have any political impact. So they could, in fact, make the art leftist. They could force Warhammer 40k to be leftist. Because it's not political, right? So who cares? Who cares if it's more leftist? It's not political. What you have to do is you have to say, yes, it is political, and it is good that my politics are serviced by it and not yours. All right? That's what you have to do. Neutral spaces in some ways have to be actively defended, and simply saying it's neutral, so who cares what goes on in here, that's just letting them win. All right. So you do have to admit, like, I know everyone in Arch's chat consistently shits themselves whenever I say it, but you must accept their premise, because their premise is what allows you to gatekeep. When they say Warhammer's political, you say, yes, it is. Therefore, it should represent my politics and not your politics. See, Dranzer, for 5 Australian, thank you. Everything is political is false. Everything can be viewed through a political lens is true, and the distinction is of critical importance. I mean, they mean the second when they say the first, though. That's semantic. I understand what you're saying, but it's fine. Read your bit chats in the SIP too, Dev. You fork $2 from Blonde. Well, I don't have bit chats up. You fuck. Okay, hold on. All right, okay. A dollar from Blonde. Dev, did you see the Twitter spat Count Dankula got into with the Libertarian Party of NH on whether or not a person has responsibility to feed a starving baby and whether or not a baby has a right to other people's labor? Here's the thing. That is, in fact, if we're talking about just pure libertarianism, I think Dankula's wrong here. Yeah. Because, like, Murray Rothbard, the world's #1 anarcho-capitalist, he outright said that babies do not have the right to the labor of their parents, because that would be infringing on the rights of the parents. If we're talking about just a world based in pure consent and nothing else, then no child has the right to the labor of the adults around them. Which is, by the way, one of the black holes of the libertarian right section of politics. Sparkles, you said that before, but I don't see where it's happening. You got to point it out to me, Sparkles. Where is it happening in the Discord? What room, Sparkles? What room? Okay, what's next? Amy Hoshino, $5. My conspiracy is that Dev isn't short or fat. He's actually a tall Giga Chad, and the Dev we see is a body double to keep it the charade. Thanks, man. Rothbard refuted and apologized for that statement later in his career. Yeah, but honestly, he was right, though. If we're talking about a philosophy of morality that only considers consent and nothing else, he's correct with that statement. Which is, by the way, why a philosophy that only consists of morality that only consists of consent as your only moral code is a bad one. Read the member message. Sigma of the Rose. What are you talking about, Mr. Bro? What is this reading going on suddenly? The left discards the private life as principle in their politics. Therefore, those that say everything is political is engaging with an alternative value set bent to destroy anyone that wants separation. That's partially true, yes, Columbia. A good way to think of it is like, everything is political, therefore we must curate a private space, right? It is a political good that we have a private space where things aren't political. So basically, privacy becomes a walled garden that does not simply exist in the state of nature, but that society must actively build and enforce. If that makes sense, right? We have to respect the value of people having a public and a private life, and there's a split between them. Because the public life is the political life, and it is the life where the rest of the world can kind of have their say. But the private life is the personal life. It's the life where you retreat into your privacy and you do whatever you want without anyone else having a say in it. If everything is political, then everything is public. If everything is public, then nothing is personal and nothing is private, and everything is up for a vote, basically. So, however, you can't simply impotently say, no, there is a private domain. No, never, everything isn't political. What you have to do is you must seize the reins. You must admit that everything is political. You seize that power, and then you use it to craft the non-political space. That's what you have to do. Simply abandoning the field does not mean that you win the battle. OBVIEZ. I have a question for you. Can you explain why you hate Destiny? I don't hate Destiny. I think he's wrong about a few things, but he's certainly more correct than incorrect. For sure. Blonde for $2. Dev, I'm in everyone's personal life because I'm fat. Based. Any morality can be twisted into evil morality. That's true, Boog. Completely true. My favorite token Mexican. Destiny's a smart guy, but he has some TDS. I'd greatly dislike Destiny. I don't know. Here's the thing, like, Arch's chat, and V's chat especially, scream at me for having TDS when I'm just like, hey, Trump's going to court, and I've read the court documents, and the case against him seems kind of solid, and he's, that's pretty bad. Also, the Eastman memo is pretty bad, too. And people are like, Dev, you just irrationally hate Trump. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? Would you rather wrestle a wild boar or kickbox a kangaroo? Oh, fuck. Let me think about it. Because wild boars are deceptively tough. Like, there's definitely instances of people saying that kangaroos have, like, destroyed them with their ridiculous legs. But also, I've seen, like, Australians just punch a kangaroo in the face and get away with it. Maybe the wild boar is worse. I think they're like, deceptively strong. Brock Sampson says, it isn't solid at all, Dev. They literally just got busted for planting and tampering with evidence in the documents case. Yeah, I looked into that. So they have one person who claims that it happened and claims that they saw it. Now, that's not nothing. maybe more will come out, but that is not enough to kill the case. Not yet. We will see when it goes to court. Yeah, I do think that the Destiny went too hard on Adam and Sitch regarding the conservatives thing. Also, it's kind of interesting because, like, Destiny clearly would not vote for a conservative in the United States, but he certainly has partially a conservative philosophical temperament, which is very interesting. Honestly, it's kind of where I am, and like I am definitely more conservative philosophically, but I would not vote for Trump. Absolutely not. Meanwhile, in Canada, oh yeah, voting conservative hardcore, no problem. Don't even got to think about it. You understand nothing about conservatives. God, Brock, you're dumb. All right, I just gotta say that you're kind of dumb. I did that video, like what is it, the flaw of liberalism or whatever, where I outline what conservative philosophy is with like Burke and Chesterton and guys like that. Because Dev has a conservative philosophical temperament and make him more likely to hate Trump. Yeah, exactly, frankly. Trump's not a conservative. Here's the thing. I think it's my conservative temperament that made me pro gay marriage ultimately. As strange as that sounds, right? Because basically, if conservatism is truly about communities and social bonds and keeping the social fabric together, monogamous gays are certainly better for that than people who are let's say sexually looser. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, it's the fucking crazy progressives who are out here screaming that monogamy is evil and restrictive, and you have a moral obligation to be ethnically non-monogamous and blah blah blah. It's like, okay, all right, yeah. Holtzner, $5. Agreed. Everything is political. Therefore, everything that the left wants must be opposed. See, you're getting a bit closer to what I'm getting at. Yeah. Would you vote Trump without the Eastman memo? I got to think about it now. If everything in the Eastman memo didn't happen, would I still vote Trump? So, for example, no alternate electors. Trump goes to court. He asks for recounts and audits. He fails at all of them, and then he gives up and says, "You know what? I guess I lost, guys. Better luck next time." And there's none of the alternate elector fucky bullshit. Would I vote for Trump then? Let me think about it. I think there's a decent chance that I would. Yeah, I think so. It's not 100%. Because I mean, I have a video from 2017 where I even said back then I was neutral on Trump, and I pretty much up until the election I pretty much was just neutral on Trump. Like, he did some things I didn't like for sure, but it wasn't like there wasn't anything too crazy in my opinion. But if it were the exact same election coming up, Trump versus Biden, and the only difference is that Trump hadn't done any of the alternate elector stuff. He asked for his audits, he went to court, he lost all those cases, and then he conceded defeat. I think there's actually a pretty decent chance that I would side with Trump over Biden. I'd say it's like 60-40. 60-40, I think. Joshua Gilbert, $5. The problem with the two-party system is even if Trump is a criminal, Biden is more antithetical to my beliefs. I need to vote Trump or else I lose. All right. I mean, I value the fact that Trump. I value the fact that Trump's ridiculous behavior and his attempts to basically steal the election in 2020, that is far more antithetical to my beliefs than Biden's spending habits. Like, far more antithetical to my beliefs. Holzner, $10. Thank you. Devin, I disagree with you about this. You kind of lump us all together. I get that there's a lot of us. Also, the left likes air, so we should deny them that. Well, maybe I'm correct in saying some of these things. Oh, by the way, guys, is my mic peaking today at all? Blonde, $5. Can you admit that regardless of your opinion on Trump, the fact that the election will likely come down to abortion and nothing else is a bad thing? Yeah, Blonde, you're just like a black-pilled fucking incel weirdo. Sorry, dude. It's not coming down to only abortion. Sounds fine to you. My OBS is saying that I'm like massively peaking, dude. Well, okay. Also, to be honest, the fact that Biden's basically a corpse is pretty bad. They should have gone with someone who was a bit younger. But here we are. Metamato says the Democrats literally did the same thing for Trump's entire term. What do you mean? I don't think the Democrats spent the entire term forging false electors. Like, what are you fucking talking about, dude? Okay, like, Brock, you've been ridiculous in the chat this whole time. Dev's TDS has hit new level. How, dude? Biden has done some great things, to be honest. There are some things of Biden that he's done that I actually do agree with. So yeah. Everything is political. Should all of the right now infiltrate leftist media and change it all? Go right wing Mark Hughes. They kind of have to, Lady Columbia. Yeah. Address it, Dev. Article 2, Section 1, Paragraph 2 of the Constitution. Yeah, what about it? I read it. Here it is. Let's see. Let's read that article, okay? Okay. Each state shall appoint in such a manner as the legislature thereof may direct a number of electors equal to the whole number of senators and representatives to which the state may be entitled in the Congress, but no senator or representative or person holding an office of trust or profit in the United States shall be appointed an elector. Yeah, okay, so what? Yeah, what this says is each state shall appoint in such a manner as the legislature thereof may direct. So that means that the state's legislature directs the appointment of that state's electors. Right? That's what it means, right? So when you have alternate electors that aren't verified by the state government, those are false electors. You're getting sidetracked again, says Natrik. Thanks for the $5, dude. Get on with it. Yeah, Monty Python got it. No. Zamazi, the legislature didn't choose a different slate of electors. That's the point. The other slate of electors that Trump said was legitimate was not chosen by the state's legislature. That's the point, Zamazi. All right? That didn't happen. I have heard about the 3DS hacking scene. I haven't been following it, though. They literally cannot have two electors, Senenko. The state has to ratify the other set, and they didn't, which is what made them all false electors. And when Trump's lawyer basically said, yeah, okay, so they're false electors, let's use them anyway, that is when it became fraud. That is when it became an attempt to overturn the election. $5 from Sean King. What if it turned out... Sounds like you're in a fish tank. What do you fucking mean I'm in a fish tank? I just asked if my fucking chat was bad. God damn it. Senenko, this happened before. Yes, it did. 1960 with Hawaii. Guess what happened then? The state government ratified the alternate set of electors. That didn't happen in 2020. God, you guys like come back with the shit that I've answered now for 6 fucking months. $5, Sean King. What if it turned out to be true that Biden was involved with his son's shady dealings? Well, then charge him appropriately, in my opinion. Here in Lady Columbia, $10. Wait, so we're going to destroy freedom to save freedom? I mean, I understand cultural. Does it mean that making the same... But does that mean making the slight lean left person be treated the same as many of the canceled, or is there a limit? Well, here's the thing. You have to basically... Here, the left has seized power, and they've shown you they have no intention of using that power to create the walled garden, to create the neutral space. You must seize power, which means taking all the power, which means that, yeah, there's no neutral space, but then you must use that power to craft it, right? It's one of those rule with grace things. They actually tried Hunt 3, yeah. Well, you're just wrong, Div. No, I'm not, Zamazi. Like, fuck, dude. Okay, Zamazi, are you seriously sitting here telling me that Trump's alternate slate of electors were actually ratified by the state governments they came from? You got to prove that. Go ahead. I'll let you prove it. I will watch the chat to see if you can post some proof of it. Sony causing drama from George. I don't know who George Holtz is. This is new information to me, dude. George Holtz, Sony. What's this all about? I have no clue what this lawsuit is. I'll have to look at it later. Zelki, as I see it, it will be people's agency on important issues to them on what will determine the U.S. election. Mine is the border, so I can't vote Biden. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Sony is causing drama with Helldivers. I've seen that. That's kind of bullshit. The legislature can change at any time the way their electors are chosen. That's true, Zamazi. Did they change it for 2020? Did the legislature... You're not answering the question because I know that you fucking can't because you're a little weasel, dude. Did the state legislatures come out at any point and say, yeah, so Trump's alternate electors, those are the real ones? Did that happen? Hylian Juggalo, $20. It doesn't matter if 16 or 20 was fraudulent. It's that 1, each faction denied the results. 2, each faction's concerns were never redressed. We have a low trust society as a result, and things will get bad because of this. Partially, though 2020 had way more claims of it being fraudulent than 2016. There were some retards who said some bullshit in 2016 for sure, and I don't like that. But man, 2020, like, there's no comparing the number and frequency of Democrats who have complained about the election in 2016 versus the number and frequency of Republicans who have complained about the election in 2020. There's no comparing them, right? 2016 was cringe. 2020 was uber cringe. Lives in Des Walls, $5. The American Founding Fathers have stressed constantly that maintaining liberty demanded vigilance and factionalism was an existential threat. Yeah, I agree. Dev, every major Democrat news company and talking head inside 2016 was stolen. Not consistently, but yes, I know what you're talking about, and that's bad. However, Hillary did not deny the election results consistently for 4 years. She did not file a whole bunch of fraudulent fucking bullshit claims in court, right? She didn't do all the shit that Trump did, basically. You know, night of, she said, you know what? Guess I lost. This sucks. She had a couple of weird comments over the course of the 4 years, but otherwise, Hillary fucked off. You don't see Hillary anymore, all right? Trump's been screaming about how much of a loser he is for the past 4 years. Zamizi says the Georgia legislature did select another slate of electors. You must prove that. That must be proven. Democrats stole my summer. This is my Vietnam. The entire establishment was reeing over Trump for 4 years. That's partially true. Yes, Seedranzer, for sure. It's not the way that it was now, though. This is I got to do a video on the erosion of trust because everyone's brains got fucking rotted by everything. You know, like if you look over all the ways that the media mistreated Trump from 2016 to 2020, and also Trump supporters. You had that asshole Solo guy who got doxxed by CNN. You had the treatment of Kyle Rittenhouse. You had the treatment of the Covington kids. There's so many stories of people who were Trump supporters just being shit on by the media, like relentlessly, for no fucking reason, right? So that shredded trust, and fair enough. All right, I understand that. But then when Trump comes around and actually pulls some bullshit, now no one believes it, right? And I called this in 2017. Blonde, $5. Can you admit, Dev, that people who think like you do on Trump and will vote for him anyway, and that Biden is a corrupt corpse and will vote for him anyway? Only kinda. The entire establishment launched investigation after investigation for 2016. It wasn't just the media talking. Yeah, but here's the thing, Holznader. They found shit with those investigations. Like, did you guys read the fucking, what was it, Mueller reports? Like, Did Manafort not go to fucking prison and then only get pardoned by Trump on his way out of office? Like, guys, they found shit with those investigations. They actually found shit. Tidge, I'm gonna keep fucking calling it Tidge. Fuck you. You fucking bussy bustler. Hi, lives in Dev's walls and Odin. I'm looking for a new place to live. Is the room under Dev's floorboards? Thanks, Sean King. Goodman, $10. Thank you. In 2016, when I was in school, everyone split into two sides, one for Hillary and one for Trump. It was a war zone. I feel politics isn't important for public high school. This is terrible enough already. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, that's bullshit, man. That's fucking bullshit. Luke Studio in the chat. Bussy gang, bussy gang, bussy gang. It's okay, $2. You think BreadTube wants Trump to win for money? Oh my god, if Trump wins again, BreadTube will be eating good for 4 years, man. Okay, guys, should we actually get on with it? I've now argued for, 41 minutes. I think it's good to get... It's good enough time to get on with it, isn't it? $10, Columbia. Thank you. I'm very hesitant to just allow the right power in total. Because 1, very little coherence. 2, constant urge to overcorrect. 3, fall into leftist mindset traps that culturally set them back further. Yeah, there's no sensible center right now in American politics, unfortunately. Josh Evans, $5. Can we stop arguing the same crap every single week and instead just agree that the best candidate for U.S. president is Vermin Supreme? Nah, he's a communist. But thanks for the $5. Okay, listen. Listen, guys. Actually, Sparkles, DM me in Discord. Okay? I want to know... Sparkles, I want to know... No, I'm Dev. Dev is me. That's my name. That is my real name. Sparkles, I want to know... Sparkles, you keep saying that the people in my Discord causing problems. I never see any. Why don't you do call-ins? I like super chats. Ho, 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 ho. Okay, let's do it. Let's go. Also, real quick, guys. Different topic, but I think Sony having moved to California may be the main reason they've gone insane. When you hire crazy, you get crazy. I completely agree, Willison. Completely agree with you, dude. Okay, listen, guys. I am not advertising. Where's my links? Here they are. I am no longer advertising the P.O. box. It still exists. You can still find it in previous streams, but the P.O. box will be closing on July 1st. If you want to mail me something, you should mail it right now, okay? Because in 2 months it will be gone, and then any packages you send me will be lost. So the P.O. box is closing because I'm moving. I'll make sure to do one final pickup on July 1st to get everything that's in there. So I just want you guys to know the P.O. box is done. Okay? So if you have anything to send it now. That's it. That's all. That'll be the last time I talk about the P.O. box until after I've moved and gotten a new one. $5 from Blonde. Dev says, Blonde, you're an incel. You're a schizo. You're a weasel. You're a bussy twink. Anyways, give me money. I'll pretend that I like you all. Holtzner, $5. Now, they didn't find anything, and no amount of evidence you show can prove otherwise. Hopefully, Trump deletes all the bread tumors. Fuck you, Holtzner. Thank you, guys. Just Evans, it was a joke. It's all turd sandwich and giant douche. Thanks, $2, man. Thank you. Alien Juggalo, thanks for the $5, man. Do call-ins maybe one day. I already have an Among Us plushie, dude, but thank you. Let's roll, kiddos. The 10 Commandments in classroom bill advances in Louisiana. Legal challenge is likely. Someone in the chat says everyone should start reading Marx. It details every problem that leads to current day capitalism. You should read Marx, by the way. But you should read Marx. You should read Marx so that you are educated on it and you can debunk it. Not because he's right. He's usually wrong. Okay. I have a copy of Capital already. Okay? It's a boring fucking book. So, Jesus Christ, $5, Tarasenko, thank you. Can federalism/local control still exist in an era where the internet allows everyone to be in everyone else's business all the time? Honestly, probably not. We are reaching the point where like personal freedoms are beginning to break certain things like that, which is kind of crazy for me to say, but here we are. Okay. 10 Commandments in Classroom Bill advances in Louisiana. If approved, Louisiana would be the first state to mandate that the 10 Commandments be placed in classrooms. I don't like this. I still like separation of church and state. A proposed law to require the display of the 10 Commandments in all Louisiana K-12 schools, colleges, and universities advanced Wednesday in the legislature. But it's now more likely to face a legal challenge after it was amended to include private institutions. If approved, Louisiana would be the first state to mandate that the 10 Commandments must be placed in classrooms. Mr. Bruh, $2. Vermin is a commie, isn't he libertarian? Vermin is a libertarian socialist, the same way that Vosh is. So apparently there's a Republican representative, Dodie Horton, has promoted her bill as a way to provide moral guidance to students through a historical document she attributes as the source of all laws in the U.S. Schools would not have to spend their money to acquire posters of the 10 Commandments, but they would be required to display them if they are donated. This is kind of bullshit, isn't it? Yep, the House sent the bill to the Senate with an 83-18 vote. Yeah, she says, I'm not concerned with Muslims, I'm not concerned with atheists, I'm concerned with our own children seeing what God's law is. So yeah. No. It should not be fucking mandatory, alright? Separation of church and state is important. Here to Lady Columbia, $5. Thank you. Trump policy. We will import all straight, single, brown tomboys, and they will be mandated to marry into a monogamous, bleached marriage. Based. Senenko says, socialism is antithetical to libertarianism. They do not compute together. It is a shame and a lie. Yeah, but lots of philosophies are like that. Honestly, nationalism and socialism don't work that well together either, but they still manage to blend them. Happens all the time, right? The libertarian socialist basically says that the state is what allows capitalism to exist because it is the state's police force that protects private property. Get rid of the state, get rid of the police, suddenly private property no longer has protection, and you get your socialist paradise. Stupid, but at least it logically follows. Delete anyone who disagrees. Fuck off, Halcinator, goddammit. You fuck. Anyway. This is bullshit. This is just like this is just them kind of talking about like how it got past this article, but the actual story itself is I do not think that the 10 Commandments should be in the classroom. Simple as that. Speaking of guns, the chat's going off about guns right now. An intruder has been critically wounded by a muzzleloader in Vermont. So, you know how you get like those progressives who are very anti-gun, and they say, no, the founding fathers didn't mean modern firearms. You have to have only firearms from the time. Well, this guy fucking... This guy's defending his house with a fucking muzzleloader. Okay, dude. Louisiana, Alabama do these acts constantly. Yeah, Columbia. It probably won't pass, to be honest. Yeah. Tally ho, lads. Yeah, I know the meme, guys. Tally ho. I get it. In a late-night defensive action, a homeowner used a muzzleloader rifle to critically wound an intruder during an attempted break-in. The incident took place just after 11:30 p.m., when the homeowner encountered 3 armed individuals attempting to force entry into his residence through a locked door. Reacting to the imminent threat, the homeowner opened the door and fired his muzzle-loader rifle at one of the intruders, effectively stopping the attempted break-in. $2 from Dr. Diddler. I grabbed my Kentucky rifle and powdered wig. I love that copy pasta, dude. The wounded suspect was found in a neighboring yard and subsequently transported to a medical center where he was left in critical conditions. The other two suspects fled the scene before law enforcement arrived. Wow. Kaboom. Muzzle-loader rifles, often associated with historical reenactments or hunting, are not commonly cited in modern home defense scenarios, making this incident particularly noteworthy. Okay, hold on. I do want to see exactly what a muzzle-loader rifle might look like in 2024. That's like a flintlock rifle. Got it, yeah. Can I just like pull this up real quick? Yeah. So this is like a Revolutionary period rifle. Yeah, the meme is real, guys. Tally ho, lads. It was 3 intruders like the meme, yes. Yeah, muzzle loaders leave golf ball size holes in people. Far worse than a modern gun. Wild, dude. That's funny. They think they're better than you. 74% of managers surveyed say that Gen Z is more difficult to work with than other generations. They lack discipline. They like to challenge you. Okay, so how much of this is Gen Z being insufferable progressives, and how much of this is boomers being insufferable fucking boomers? What do you guys think? Let's see how this kind of this plays out. Okay. A survey of 1,344 managers and business leaders say that 74% of managers find Gen Z harder to work with than most other generations. Respondents named their lack of technological skills, oh my god, lack of motivation, lack of effort, as the top reasons for managers being disappointed. Other reasons were poor communication and being easily offended. I'm surprised that easily offended is 5th on the list. Still pretty high, 35%. But yeah, lack of technological skills, number 1. Zoomers on their phone all the time can't use a fucking computer. In our organization, the Gen Zs I've interacted with can be exhausting because they lack discipline. They like to challenge you. Hold on a second. Let me grab some water. Thankfully, this time I was prepared. My water's over here. I'll just roll back. I'm rolling around my room on a fucking chair. I feel like a fat guy in WALL-E. $5, just so happens. Fun fact. Most states will allow even ex-convicts to own black powder guns. Modern muzzleloaders can almost look like modern hunting rifles with scopes. Oh, damn. Millennials were the true tech generation. Zoomers regressed. They really did. Fucking hell. 65. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Yeah, in our organization, the Gen Z I've interacted with can be exhausting because they lack discipline and they like to challenge you. They think they're better than you, smarter than you, more capable than you, and they will tell you to your face. To be fair, lots of like young, dumb, mouthy kids are like this, to be honest. So, might not just be Zoomer, but who knows? 65% of respondents say they had to fire Gen Z workers more than any other generation. And 12% said they fired a Gen Zer less than 1 week after starting. Damn. Gotta get good, guys. Gotta get good. You know what? I remember a lot of this being said about millennials, though. You know? Like think back to like the late 2000s on the internet and people like blaming everything on millennials. You know, fuck millennials. They're partying too much. They're not doing it. Like, fuck millennials. Fuck millennials. You go back to like late 2000s, early 2010s. There were so many like anti-millennial articles being published, right? And it sounded like this. So like how much of this is age and how much of this is something that is endemic to the generation? I'm not sure. It was true, says Mix. Yeah. Mix over on Kick. The disconnect could be due to the pandemic. 46% of Gen Zers said the pandemic made pursuing their educational or career goals more difficult. Plus, when work and school moved to an online format, many Gen Zers never had the opportunity to fully experience an in-person office dynamic. If Gen Zers want to improve their workplace presence, younger workers should focus on stronger communication skills, being open to feedback, and adaptability. Yeah, probably. Honestly, I think some of there's probably a multifaceted problem, but some of it probably is Gen Z's attitude, you know? Let's keep going, guys. 2 women are wanted for setting fire to an apartment in Toronto. Oh my god, guys. Do we have a video of it? It's just pictures. They see me roll on. Thanks, man. Damn. Okay. $5 from Blonde. I'm not saying this isn't true, but a lot of companies are using this to cover for the fact that a lot of the jobs they're posting are ghost jobs. Blonde, you're always in the ghost job thing, man. Blonde, you're too unidirectional. $5 in Goodman from Goodman. Thank you. Every interview outed me just because of my age alone and not my skills. And I got through my 4 years of college and worked blue collar jobs. Yeah, that sucks, man. That sucks. Gen Z know nothing about computers. That's kind of true, Ciro. Yeah, for sure. They're always on their phone. Yeah. Okay, so 2 suspects are wanted after allegedly setting fire to an apartment in Scarborough a week ago. Dude, Scarborough's an old stomping ground for me, guys. Okay. According to Toronto police, 2 women entered an apartment building last Sunday at 2:50 a.m. One was allegedly carrying a gas can as they entered the elevator lobby. When they exited the elevator, police say the pair set fire to the door of an apartment unit before fleeing in a 2016 black Lincoln MKC. 2 people were inside the apartment when it was set on fire. Police said they were not injured. Suspects are identified. Okay, Andrea Jamir and Dustina Perez. They're wanted for arson, endangering a life, possession of an incendiary material for purposes of arson, mischief over $5,000, mischief endangering life, weapons charge, and disguise with intent. Jamir is described as 5'7", 170 pounds, heavy build. Okay. Perez is described as 5'5" and 249 pounds. Jesus Christ, dude, this bitch is heavier than me. She's 5'5", 250 pounds? And she's fatter than I am. Anyway, yeah, like, look at this fucking picture, dude. Like, you guys are dumb. You guys are actually fucking dumb. I am indirect Soder. Dev in a wig. Fuck you. Let's keep going. They seem... everyone's like saying, notice the race. They seem like Latinas, guys. At least this one does. Let's keep going. Squatters in one of Gordon Ramsay's London restaurants are saying that they're staying. Dude, the squatters' rights situation is getting extreme. A group of squatters that took over Gordon Ramsay's pub in London's affluent Regent's Park area have said they are staying put. The squatters occupied the York and Albany Gastropub last week, saying they aim to create a community space within the building. Oh, they're Antifa goons. Okay. It seems only fitting that £13 million pound properties that most locals would never be able to afford to visit should be opened up to all. Lawyers for Gordon Ramsay Holdings International Limited secured a court order for the possession of the property earlier this week, but a set of orders which had been taped to the pub's door were taken down on Saturday, with one of the squatters claiming they had made a deal with the owner. We've made a deal with the owner, not Ramsay. We're still here, and we're going to carry on staying here. We're going to be security for him. The Grade 2 listed building has been a part of a legal battle between Ramsay and the film director Gary Love, who acquired the freehold in 2007. Ramsay, a celebrity chef, restaurateur, and television presenter, had leased the pub from Love under a 25-year agreement. However, attempts to terminate the lease in 2015 were unsuccessful. The building is now up for sale for £13 million. London's Metropolitan Police Department told Business Insider that at the time the squatters moved in, that it was aware of the situation and would take action when appropriate. Business Insider contacted Gordon Ramsay's team for comment. It's not the first time that squatters have made headlines this year. Yeah, okay, yeah. And there's the Queens, New York City squatter. Yeah. So fuck squatters. But yeah, dude, listen. Even if you're rich, someone can go squat in your shit. Dude, I hate. Are you an idiot sandwich? I fucking hate squatters' rights. It's so fucking terrible, dude. Fucking hell. I hate squatters' rights. Oh, yes. Mutant wolves roaming Chernobyl exclusion zone have developed cancer-resilient abilities. We got mutant wolves now, guys. The mutant wolves that roam the human-free Chernobyl exclusion zone have developed cancer-resilient genomes that could be the key to helping humans fight the deadly disease. The wild animals have managed to adapt and survive the high levels of radiation that have plagued the area after a nuclear reactor at the Chernobyl power plant exploded in 1986, becoming the world's worst nuclear accident. Humans abandoned the area after the explosion leaked cancer-causing radiation into the environment, and a 1,000 square mile zone was roped off to prevent further human exposure. But in the nearly 38 years since the nuclear disaster, wildlife has reclaimed the area. Ghoul wolves, let's go! Thanks, Hylian, for the $2, dude. So wildlife's reclaimed the area, including packs of wolves that seem to be unaffected by the chronic exposure to radiation. Yeah, man. He's just immune. Yep, and there's the original Chernobyl disaster photo, that historic photo. An evolutionary biologist, an exotoxicologist, has been studying how the mutant wolves evolved to survive the radioactive environment, and she's presented her findings at the annual meeting of the Society of Integrative and Comparative Biology. In 2014, they went inside the Chernobyl exclusion zone and put GPS collars equipped with radiation dosimeters on the wild wolves. They also took blood from the animals to understand their responses to the cancer-causing radiation. With the specialized collars, the researchers can get real-time measurements of where the wolves are and how much radiation they're exposed to. They learned that the wolves are exposed to 1 to 11.28 millirems of radiation daily for their entire lifespans. More than 6 times the legal safety limit for humans. The Chernobyl wolves' immune systems appear different than normal wolves, similar to those of cancer patients going through radiation treatment. There are specific regions of the wolf genome that are resilient to increased cancer risk. The research could be key to examining how gene mutations in humans could increase the odds of surviving cancer. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Yep. Wolves keep breeding. Oh. So dogs in the area, like pet dogs that have been abandoned, they've adapted better than other species, like birds, which have experienced extreme genetic defects. So birds are like fucked up, but dogs and wolves are okay. Oh. Apparently their work has stalled out because they can't go back to Chernobyl, first due to COVID and now due to the Russia-Ukraine war. Oh well, that sucks. You know, Chernobyl's always been really interesting. You know, one of those. Honestly, any sort of abandoned town's always interesting. You know what I mean? Let's continue. This is our headliner for today. This is the thumbnail. Drunk businesswoman, 39 years old, who glassed a pub drinker after he wrongly guessed that she was 43 years old, is spared jail time after the female judge says one person's banter may be insulting to others. That's fucking crazy, dude. $2 from blonde. White women are about to get immunity to cancer. Fuck off, blonde. Okay. So, mother of one, Joanne Dodd, 39 years old, flew into a rage and attacked Carl Cooper after he suggested she was 43 years old in the beer garden of the Unicorn Pub in Manchester City Centre on September 9th of last year. Mr. Cooper fled into the toilet in a bid to get away from the heated situation, but when he came out, Dodd ran towards him and twice shoved her wine glass into his face. He was left with a 4-inch laceration on his face, narrowly missing an eye, and an injury on his thumb. When quizzed, Dodd, who runs a firm which organizes children's sleepover parties, what a fucking job, said she was suffering from low self-esteem at the time, and said the banter was disobliging towards her. Well, fuck you! You don't get to attack someone because they insulted you. Fuck off. Like, fucking hell, man. This is why I don't drink or go to bars. Thanks, Artemis, for the $2. Yep. She flew into a rage when a man guessed she was 4 years older than she was. Like, fuck you, bitch. And there's the pub. At the court, at Manchester Crown Court, Dodd, who is from Swindon, is that Sargon Swindon? Faced up to 3 years in jail under sentencing guidelines after she admitted inflicting grievous bodily harm. However, she was spared jail and handed a suspended sentence after Judge Elizabeth Nichols said she was a dedicated, hardworking woman who posed no risk to the public. The judge told Dodd, "It is obvious you had been drinking heavily and there was undoubtedly some verbal exchange between you and the other group. You did not appreciate the comments made by Mr. Cooper, and one person's banter may be insulting to other people. That did not justify what you then went on to do. You were seen to be approaching him, throwing your drink over him, and then striking him deliberately in the face with the glass that you had. Your conduct was incomprehensible. The only explanation that can really be put forward is that you were under the influence of drink, which does you no credit. It was no doubt traumatic for Mr. Cooper, and it would have had an impact on him. Fortunately, he seems to have made a good recovery." Jesus Christ. So, she also said, "You're a woman with no previous convictions. You've never been in a court of law before. You have a positive, good character. It is accepted that you are a dedicated, hardworking woman and undoubtedly a loving mother. It is right that you were remorseful from the beginning of the events at the police station. There is no doubt that this offense is so serious that it crosses the custody threshold. The issue is whether the sentence is immediate or can be suspended. There can be no doubt in this case that you are no risk to the public and that this offense was entirely out of character, and I suspect that having been so shaken by your own conduct, the court will never see you again." So she got let off. Okay. Yeah. All right. Pretty insane. Okay. Hylian Juggalo, $5. Now that we have bear discourse, bear pill is the new thing. Rusta Zero, $2. Gonna have a gender war before a civil war at this rate. Fucking wild. Yeah, she got let off. It was kind of bullshit, but here we are. An NDP bill would prescribe jail terms for speaking well of fossil fuels. So, this is not going to pass. The NDP has no support for fucking anything. But this is in Canada. All right, Canada, the NDP in Canada, they are our like communist party basically. They don't call themselves that, but they are. So the NDP bill C-372 is the Fossil Fuel Advertising Act. It's not going to pass, so it's not going to become law, but let's take a look. Today, I am proud to rise and introduce a bill that would make illegal false advertising by the oil and gas industry. The oil and gas sector is trafficking in disinformation, and they're killing people. He also the person also framed his bill as the dawn of the industry's big tobacco moment, or tobacco, yeah. So it has almost zero chance of passing. but as written, the act would technically apply to any Canadian who is found to be speaking well of the oil industry or of oil at all. It is prohibited for a person to promote a fossil fuel related brand element, or the production of fossil fuel. Violate this as a regular citizen, and the act prescribes a summary conviction and a fine of up to $500,000. Violate it as an oil company, and the punishment is 2 years in jail or a fine of $1 million. Fucking ridiculous. Now, it's not going to pass. It's obviously just virtue signaling on this guy's part. Blonde, $2. This is a party Dave next leads. Way to go, Dave. Like, this is ridiculous. Yep. Section 8 of the Act makes it a crime for a person to argue that a fossil fuel is less harmful than other fossil fuels. Like, the Act criminalizes a laundry list of common pro-oil and gas arguments, even ones that have a reliable basis in fact. It's so dumb, dude. Like, fucking hell. Yep. Section 8 criminalizes any promotion which argues that fossil fuels are beneficial to the health of Canadians, reconciliation with Indigenous people, or the Canadian or global economy. The section could conceivably prescribe jail terms for anybody arguing that the oil and gas sector is a key funder of the Canadian healthcare system, or even that oil and gas is needed to operate ambulances. It's so stupid, dude. It's not going to pass. But it's fucking dumb. A bill like this means arresting 90% of Albertans. Of course it fucking does. It's just a dumb virtue signal, but, you know, here we are. Let's continue on. What's this? Oh, yeah. Okay, guys, let's check it out. Cisco is instructing their employees to confront people who use the wrong pronouns and misgender. They also warn against using a dead name or calling people or calling groups of people ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, this is Cisco's like internal training module, I guess, eh? If you hear someone using the wrong pronouns or making homophobic or transphobic comments, say something. Let them know their words or actions are not appropriate. Being an upstander means standing up for LGBTQIA plus people, regardless of whether they're in the room or not. Fuck you. What does it have to do with my job? Fuck you, dude. Dead naming and misgendering. Even well-intentioned people can be unsure of how to address trans or gender-fluid coworkers, or make an occasional gaffe. But our names and pronouns are the foundation of our identity, and they matter. Calling a transgender person by their old name is dead naming, and using the wrong pronouns is misgendering. Both are disrespectful. Oops. Tips for creating an inclusive workplace. Don't assume that you know someone's gender just by looking at them. That's the point. Gender is an expression, all right? It's not an identity. Sorry, it's not an identity. It's how you express yourself to the world. Include your pronouns as a part of standard workplace introductions, work emails. That way no one feels singled out. Hi guys, my name is Dev and I'm he, him. When addressing a group of people, steer away from gendered terms like guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, etc. These terms may make non-binary people uncomfortable and feel invisible. In addition, they can unintentionally reinforce gender bias for everyone. So stupid, dude. I fucking hate this shit. Like, get it out of the workplace. $5 from Tara Shavenko. Why are you in jail? For saying this hospital should have a backup diesel generator. $5, highly in Juggalo. I'm a network technician. I'll be sure to type show pronouns in the switch I'm trying to fix. Fucking dumb. A Kaysville police officer is injured by self-inflicted gunshot. and sues the holster manufacturer. Okay, can we see what's going on here? So, just before we get started, what do you guys think? Is this person going to be someone who shot herself incompetently, or is there actually going to be a problem with the holster? What do you guys think? Here, I'll do a poll in Twitch chat, okay? Poll. Okay. Incompetent or bad holster? Twitch chat, no, sorry, YouTube chat. YouTube chat poll is up. Go for it. Go for it, guys. Taser, taser, taser. Oh my god, guys. You guys are overwhelmingly voting incompetent. Hold on. I like how you guys are choosing incompetent over malice now. When I mentioned incompetence in another context, you guys are like, no. Okay, let's see. Let's see. A Kaysville police officer who accidentally shot herself while doing firearms training has filed a lawsuit against the company that manufactured her holster, claiming there is a history of accidental discharges involving police officers using the same holster, but the company continues to sell it. Lacey Turner and her attorney on Tuesday filed a lawsuit in the 2nd District Court against the Federal Cartridge Company, doing business as Blackhawk and Blackhawk Manufacturing. Blackhawk introduced the Serpa in 2006 as a retention holster for duty weapons issued to members of the United States Armed Services, including the U.S. Marine Corps, to be used with a standard issue M9 Beretta duty pistol. Blackhawk later began selling the holsters to civilians, but not all civilians have M9 Beretta guns, and those other weapons can have different safety mechanisms than the M9. The lawsuit notes that in order for a person to draw a gun from a Serpa holster, a retention mechanism must first be pressed. The release for the retention mechanism is located on the exterior of the holster on the outboard side, in the area of the trigger or trigger guard of the firearm. The shooter has to use their trigger finger to press a release button before the gun can be pulled out of the holster. But if the shooter is under duress, a series of failures typically occurs. If the retention mechanism is not deactivated prior to drawing the pistol, it locks the gun in the holster. Once locked, the shooter experiences greater duress. The shooter then tends to use more force in an effort to remove the weapon from the holster, and tends to transition from digital pad to digital tip pressure, which causes the trigger finger to bend. When the firearm is finally removed from the holster, this bend in the trigger finger positions the finger proximal to the trigger on the trigger. The lawsuit contends that the holster manufacturer should know that military members and law enforcement are exposed to chaotic work environments and hostile situations where foreseeable users will be under physical, mental, and emotional stress and duress. The company still markets the holster to at-risk military and law enforcement populations who need to draw a weapon under stress in less than ideal situations. So yeah, so how much is this then? How much is this a bad lawsuit and how much is this incompetent? I mean, they are still making the mistakes themselves, but it sounds like it might be a mistake a reasonable person might make. You know what I mean? There we go. In June 2022, Turner was training at a gun range in Bountiful, including practicing drawing her weapon quickly in life-threatening situations. She was wearing a Serpa holster and using a Glock handgun. Wait, that's not the gun you're supposed to use. Isn't it made for a Beretta? Yeah, M9 Beretta. Okay. Department qualification tests are a high-pressure experience, as her employability and promotability are at stake based on her ability to qualify on her duty weapon. While training at the range as she attempted to draw her weapon, weapon discharged a bullet into her leg. Fellow officers applied a tourniquet, and Turner drove herself to a hospital. The wound did not heal on its own, and she required surgery. She suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder and surface paresthesia in the area of the exit wound, with itching pain below the skin. Ouch. She incurred $16,000 in medical bills and missed more than 4 months of work. She estimates her work-life expectancy as a police officer to be impaired in the range of $500,000 to $1 million. Tereschenko, $5. Never should have been carrying a Type 94 Nambu. Never have to worry about the possibility of an accidental discharge. Thanks for the $5, dude. So anyway, I mean, there are other lawsuits saying that this type of holster, they're problematic, have a safety hazard. Okay, I understand. Like, this seems like it might not be entirely her fault, guys, in the end. Funny headline, though. Funny headline. Taser, taser, taser. Utah official pulls down a teen's skirt in a restaurant and has been arrested for sexual battery. Okay. Ida Ann Lorenzo, 48 years old, was arrested on Saturday night for pulling down a teenage girl's skirt at a restaurant in Utah. Lorenzo is an employee of Utah Attorney General Sean Reyes. She was charged with sexual battery. She was dining at a Sakura Japanese steakhouse in St. George when she apparently took it upon herself to criticize the attire of a group of teenage girls sitting next to her at the restaurant. Oh, it was a TikTok video. Can we watch it? Or is it gone? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Okay. Here. Let me get my headphones on so we can both listen to it. Sexual battery is basically not sexual assault, but sexual in nature. So like if you like touch someone's genitals or something, but you're not actually like doing it for a sexual purpose, that's like sexual battery. It's something like that. It's some equivalent crime. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let me know if you guys can hear this.
Why are you? Oh my God! What the fuck?
I happen to work for the state, and if I have to watch your ass cheeks hanging out again, I will call CPS.
Do it.
CPS?
Yeah, go for it right now.
She's over 18.
She is 19 years old.
Her butt cheeks. You don't get to touch her.
You don't get to touch
We're
her.
all sitting over there.
You don't get to touch her.
Then
You can't come up and talk to her. You do not get to touch her.
Really?
We would love for you to call the police.
Stop looking at people.
Go ahead and call the police.
Why are you? So why are you?
Okay, not appropriate to be walking around with your ass cheeks hanging out, says Karen. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. She says, I happen to work for the state. If I have to watch your ass cheeks hanging out again, I will call CPS. Okay. Do it, says one of the girls. She's 19 years old. We'd love for you to call the police. Yeah. Maybe she thought that she was underage? You know what I mean? It's like, if you, like, yeah, guys, you're in a restaurant. You see a girl who's like 15 or 16 wearing shorts that are way too fucking short. Now, you know, it's gross, right? Like, I don't think I'd respond like this. I wouldn't be like, put your ass away or I'm calling CPS. I think I'd just like leave, you know? Okay. So, she did call the police about 2 hours later to report an indecent exposure incident. But unfortunately, the cops arrived at her house and arrested her instead. Wow. In a follow-up TikTok video, one of the teenagers who was with the girl who had her skirt pulled down posted her account of the story. She explained that she and her friends were at a nice restaurant for a birthday party when a woman approached one of her friends, pulled down her skirt, and criticized her for wearing a crop top, implying she was underage. The friends were shocked and discussed the incident in the waiting area while the woman sat nearby. That's when one of the friends in the group started taking the video. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to see your ass hanging out. It's disgusting. What am I going to do about it? Pull your skirt down. Like, what the fuck, dude? Anyway, she reported the incident herself the night it happened, telling Dispatch that the teenager had her skirt hiked above her vagina and butt, exposing her pubic hair. But because restaurant staff and parents didn't act, she took it upon herself to pull the teen's skirt down, as young children were present. Oh my God. Later that night, she called 911, again, this time saying that a video of the aftermath was posted online along with her name, insinuating that she committed a crime that was sexual in nature. Lorenzo explained that because she holds a position with the state, she felt this was a threat on her life. How fucking stupid are you, woman? Wow. All right. Yeah, this is just some Karen bullshit, isn't it? Let's keep going. Cold-hearted teens steal 8-year-old New York boy's lemonade stand earnings. Oh my God, dude. A pair of shady teenagers sank to a new low when they looted an 8-year-old Upper West Side boy's sidewalk lemonade stand. God damn, dude. The cowardly quirks waited until little Julian Lynn had his back turned on Sunday to snatch his money jar, containing as much as $150, his mom said, and made off on 2 scooters. I feel disappointed in humanity. I didn't realize that someone would want to rob an 8-year-old. Police say the heartless theft took place around 3:20 p.m. on Columbus Avenue near West 70th Street, when 2 teens pulled up and asked for some lemonade. When Julian turned his back, they snatched the jar and sped off, leaving the boy empty-handed. The teens are still on the loose. Some of his customers have paid him using Venmo, so it wasn't a total loss, and Julian's neighbors also stepped up to try and make up for the stolen earnings. When I lost all that cash, a lot of people wanted to help me recover, so they gave me extra big tips, he told the blog in an article published Wednesday. It made me feel good that so many people wanted to help me recover from this attack. It made me feel happy, joyful, grateful. These are them. Can't see anything about them, eh? Well, there we go. Paid in Venmo, I feel old. Wait, the kid's professional name is Julian Businessman. And he wears bow ties and neckties when he's on the job. And he's been bootstrapping since he was 4 years old. Folding boxes at a local bakery to mopping classroom floors to helping out at a neighborhood fruit stand. Wow. I just love working. I love everything about it. Look at this guy. There he is. Got his little bow tie. One of them was wearing a ski mask. Oh my God. What a based kid. Let's continue on. Oh yeah, this shit. A new Sony patent would auto-detect in-game harassment by using biometric data to read your emotions. The tech would allow Sony to take action on harassment without users needing to file a report. That's fucking bullshit. Fuck this scanning bullshit, dude. Yep. Sony patents to prevent you from in-game harassment by reading your emotions. Like, fuck you. You know, imagine like the game reads your emotions during a single-player game because you're getting frustrated at a part, and then just bans you from Sony. Like, okay. This is so stupid, dude. This is so fucking awful. Step aside, bully hunters. Yep. So they're going to use biometric info to detect the emotions of players, to figure out the current emotions of a user for auto-detecting harassment cases. It will actively record the in-game emotional data of users to see how they behave with each other. Sony could detect when a player is harassed due to their rising heartbeat and other similar emotional changes. The publisher would use that info to take appropriate action and quell the issue without making the victim go through manual steps. Dev, I don't want to put on the PlayStation shock collar. Yeah. Damn, my boys are screwed, says Sparkles. Wait till it starts to detect when you don't watch an ad. Yeah, dude, fuck this. $2 from Zero. Remember you could just put the disc in and play? Yeah, same. This is fucking terrifying, dude. Just tape your camera lens. What if, like, they detect your, like, pulse through your hands holding the controller, dude? Damn. All right. This is a very short article. That's okay. Far-right platform Gab has banned Israelis from using it. Social media platform known for neo-Nazi users and anti-Semitic posts moves to block all Israeli IPs from the service. So, listen. I know that, like, Andrew Torba and Gab, for years, since 2018, they've been trying to kick the accusation that they're neo-Nazis. You're not making it easy. You're not making it fucking easy, dude. The far-right social media platform Gab, known for its numerous neo-Nazi users and anti-Semitic statements made by its owner, Andrew Torba, has blocked all of its Israeli users from accessing it, including entering their own pages. They suggest they use a VPN. It's... God. I guess, yeah, Nick Fuentes is unbanned on Twitter. I saw that. Yeah, so guys, like, Nick Fuentes is certainly some flavor of fucking fascist, obviously, right? And I guess Andrew Torba is now just going that direction too. They've now radicalized in that direction, so okay. It's a far left move too. Yeah, but Andrew Torba is a right winger. Games Workshop villainizes political pundit Carl Benjamin, aka Sargon of Akkad, in Warhammer 40k. You guys heard about this, right? Games Workshop and author Mike Brooks have reportedly villainized Carl Benjamin, aka Sargon of Akkad, in their 2020 book, Necromunda, Road to Redemption. Wait, did no one notice? This book came out in 2020. Did nobody read this shit and notice what it was until now? I know this went viral a few days ago, but, like, no one read this book for 4 years, eh? Okay. Let's see the examples. I want to see it. Right, the chainsword. Yeah. Mike Brooks posts the Pride, trans rights, Black Lives Matter fucking model. Yeah. Mike Brooks, right? Okay. Yep. But I want to see the Sargon section. Here it is. Okay. Here is Sargon in the book. Official Warhammer 40k lore. Sargon Agad bellowed with rage, his Voxcaster amplifying it until his war cry was nearly a weapon in its own right, and lumbered into a charge, both of his chain axes revving up until the whirl of their blades became a banshee scream. Alan Chol raised their silent stub gun. Alan Chol, by the way, is the non-binary character. Raised their silent stub gun and trained it on the behemoth bearing down on them, an action which looked to Zeke to be the equivalent of menacing a Sumproc with a toothpick. Shadows threw themselves on Agad, slowing him, overwhelming him. The slave master lashed out with his chain axes, and one of his assailants was thrown clear, nearly bisected, but there were too many of him to fight. His arms were immobilized, and he was borne down to the ground, bellowing with impotent rage. Then a short, squat shape clambered onto his back and wrapped a chain, a slave's manacles, around Agad's neck and began to pull. Agad's breathing, hideously amplified by his Voxcaster, became more and more ragged, more and more desperate. Then, as his executioner gave one final wrench in the chains, Sargon Agad's death rattle rang out. Sargon says, "I'm officially canon in the Warhammer universe." Based. Dude, they're so... Yeah, he jabbed at him. They're so fucking mad at Sargon, dude. They're so mad at Sargon. Yeah. They're so mad at him. Sargon asked, if anyone can supply a proper description of the character, I'm happy to make him and paint him. And here's the description. That voice again, stentorian and rolling, packed with bombast and venom. A huge figure stepped into Zeke's view, silhouetted against the shifting blue light of the plasma regulators. He was close enough now to make out details. A pair of chain axes, one held casually in each hand, A breath griller over the man's mouth must contain the receiver for the Voxcast speakers, which sat atop his armored pauldron and sent his voice booming out into the underhive. His hair was long and dark, and fell wetly over his chest and shoulders. His features were largely in shadow, but what Zeke could see of them were suffused with rage. Sarkhan Agad, slave master. Zeke stumbled to a halt and raised his auto pistol, firing a spray of shells. His aim was off, and the rounds knocked sparks from Agad's chest plate instead of blowing apart his skull. The slave master staggered back but kept his feet. Sargon says, "What a cool description." That's fucking hilarious, guys. That's great. Okay, what's next? Oh. The San Francisco Health Department, guys, has confirmed that there's a website that sells sex pills and fake pee. Also, I'm pretty sure that this website's run out of Ukraine. Yeah, here we go. A San Francisco Health Department officials on Tuesday confirmed an unfortunate situation in which a Ukraine-based scammer spent nearly 2 years impersonating the city's HIV resources website to sell sex pills and kits to beat drug tests. The website, sfhiv.org, serving as a part of the Department of Public Health Community Health Equity and Promotion branch. So, hold on. So, the Department of Public Health's Community Health Equity and Promotion branch of the city of San Francisco shut down their sfhiv.org website in 2021. And then an unknown person in Kiev, Ukraine, took control of the site and rebuilt it to appear as if it was still a San Francisco city and county operation. The website continued to claim it was San Francisco's HIV and AIDS resource hub, but began promoting products like synthetic urine and kits to avoid testing positive for drugs. Was it the ghost of Kiev? As well as pills that it claimed would increase sperm count and help men ejaculate up to 500% more. sfhiv.org. Semen volume increase pills. Yep. So yeah. A search of the health department's website using drugs, detox, and HIV would actually direct people to the scam. That's hilarious that they actually managed to make it official. THC detox and best ways to get weed out of your system. Oh my god. Adherent to Lady Columbia, $10. How much value do you place on tradition? The right's using it because they believe it will somehow alleviate them from thought. Traditions and region are exclusive, but one adaptation to context. I completely agree with you, dude. Completely agree with you. Tradition's important, but it is its own kind of thing, you know? I agree with you. Blonde $2. Oh, this is for the Sargon article. Oh, cool. Devin's your daddy in the article. Nice. Fuck you. Okay. So, wow. This is a fun ride, isn't it? The supervisor of the department, Matt Dorsey, who is himself HIV positive, called the website a cautionary example of what happens when city departments create new web domains. If these kind of domains lapse into dormancy, they can be taken over by nefarious operators, and it appears to be what happened here. This is wild, dude. Yep. This is how it looks after the scam was taken down on Saturday. Okay. Oh. Listen, chat. I know that there's 6 articles left. Are you sure? I'm HIV positive. I know that there's 6 articles left, but I gotta get going. It's my fault for doing the sip late yet again. Sorry. I'll do it earlier next week, I promise. But thanks for being here with me, everyone. I do appreciate it. Where am I going? I gotta go out for, I gotta be somewhere at 4 o'clock. So I'm heading out. Listen, let's go raid Chud Logic, okay? Because Chud Logic's doing more drama, fun stuff. Get your coffee cups ready, okay? My fault for wasting time arguing with chat. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed, though, and thanks for all the donations today. I appreciate it all. We nearly hit $400 today. Thank you. We were like a few dollars off, so thanks very much. There's a doll over on Twitch from UKSIO. Thanks, man. Have a nice day. Thank you. Okay. Get your coffee. Yeah, coffee up, everyone. Let's go raid Chud and have some fun. Oh, God. Okay. Listen, guys. I'll see you next time. Oh, yeah, gaming stream tomorrow. We're still playing Stellar Blade. Make sure you're here for Stellar Blade tomorrow night, okay, guys? So, I'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.